Hello everyone, welcome back to Study Buddy Code channel. We're solving SAT maths questions in the domain algebra. The difficulty we have chosen is medium. These questions are not in any official BlueBook practice tests. These are the remaining questions in the educator question bank after you choose the specific choices. And if you want to know how I've selected these questions, you can go back to the first video in this playlist to know how I've done that. Now let's start solving this question. The graph in the xy plane models the possible combinations of length x in meters and width y in meters for a rectangle with a perimeter of 36 meters. Okay, which statement is the best interpretation of the point 8, 10 in this context? So we have been given some choices. I'm going to let you pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. All right, so models the possible combinations of length, okay, x. So first of all, let's take this point. Let's highlight it. It's 8, 10. And they said that, okay, and they have said that x here, this is x, correct? X is the length, okay, and y is the width for a rectangle with a perimeter of 36 meters. So if you want to know the perimeter of a rectangle, it's 2L, that's L plus W. Okay, and they said that the perimeter of this rectangle is 36. And what they're basically saying is that they have made an equation here. Of course, if you do this, if you substitute L and W with x plus y, you would get such a line in a graph. I'll show you that when we solve using Desmos. Okay, so they have modeled every possible combination of a specific value of length and a specific value of width to get the perimeter as 36. Now they're asking us about a specific point in this, which, well, they've also highlighted this, 8, 10. This is the x-axis, so 8, 10. Okay, they're asking about what this point best interprets in this context, all right? Nothing to worry about here. It's really simple. All right, let's read the choices. The length is 10 meters, less than the perimeter, and the width is 8 meters, less than the perimeter. No, this is not what the point here is representing. We're going to leave that. If it is the only choice we've got, we'll explain it more and see why that's the choice. All right, let's go to the next option. The length is 10 meters and the width is 8 meters. Okay, so that's more straightforward than option A. The length is 10 meters. Is that correct? They said that x is the length, and here as x we have 8, not 10. And they're saying the length is 10, so that's wrong. We can cross that out immediately. Option C, the length is 8 meters. Okay, correct. The width is 10 meters. Okay, correct. That's exactly what this point is saying. What point 810 is saying, that the length is 8 meters and the width is 10 meters, right? Let's read option D. The length is 8 meters less than the perimeter and the width is 10 meters less than the perimeter. I could explain you what this is, but it's not at all what this point is representing, or what our interpretation of this point is. It's this. It's option C. That's exactly what it's saying. This is a maths question, so most of the time, all answers are straightforward. So choose the most straightforward answer. The length is 8 meters and the width is 10 meters. Is that correct? Yes, move on. But however, if you do want to understand this, I'll explain it right now. Okay, so what is it saying? The length is 10 meters less than the perimeter. What is this even saying? Because 8 and 10, correct? Okay, so it's saying that the length of, well, 36, okay? Sorry. Okay, 36. The length is 10 meters less than the perimeter. So we're trying to find out the length here, okay? 10 meters less than that. So that's 26, I guess. And the width, all right, is 8 meters less than the perimeter. So that will be 36 minus 8. I will get a specific value. So it's saying that combining these two values, you'll get a perimeter, and that's what the point is interpreting. That's not at all what it's saying. Read the question and you would understand that option C is the correct answer, not option A or B or D. Option C is the correct answer. Also, we won't be solving this using Desmos, as you already have the graph here and they're just asking us what 0.810 means here, so this does not require Desmos at all.